What is going on, everyone? My name is Dan. I'm about to be reacting some more Coheed and Cambria. Today we got the Dark Sentencer. This is just the official audio, so we're not going to have a whole lot of visual to go on. We're just going to be slowly diving into the music itself. Yeah, I really liked the last couple of Coheed and Cambria ones that I checked out, and I think this was a recommendation. So we're gonna check this one out for you guys, because hopefully this is a little bit of a better one, because you recommended it. I'm guessing it's gonna be good. This looks like it's gonna be 10 minutes long. That's a long song. So I wonder what if there's anything else going on in this, or if it's just a full 10-minute song. Let's dive right into it though. Alright, got some piano, nice and soft to start. Some stars or something. It's a nice gentle start. I'm like, ooh, deep. So this is why it's so long. It's a real long start. Don't mind it though. I like it. Some ominous sounds coming in.
No, there is no time. Space.
Space. It does have a space sound.
Between the well and unknowing.
Ooh.
Our story starts there. Well into our future, yet far beyond our past.
Ooh. Weird.
In a romance between a pair of unheavenly creatures. The 5 houses of the Star Supremacy have privatized the detention zones of the galaxy.
This so far sounds like we're a minute and 44 in. We haven't really gotten to the song yet. A little bit of like ominous space sounds, like the piano kind of felt like the stars. I don't know why. I feel like piano kind of represents like the sound of star, or like from the way we see them, like they're so small and like little like beams of light, and like the piano just kind of picks that perfectly. So they represented the start of this very well. Also, this sounds like the start of like a movie or like a video game, or more like a movie, I would say. And it's really intense sounding. They're like laying out I guess like a storyline almost in the beginning. It's kind of weird. I'm very curious where this is going to go.
These planetary prison pits were assembled from the cracked worlds of the Great Crash. Which brings us to our stage, where the light must learn to love the black, the dark sentencer.
Right off the rip here too, like the way the guitar comes in still gives it like this ominous space feeling, but like the feeling that something is starting to happen. It's like I feel like it's gonna like ramp up. It's very like based on like a movie almost. Like I feel like this could be like a movie score in the beginning of one.
It begins with them, but ends with me, their son, Axis.
So a lot of times when I hear songs that have like chanting like that, or some sort of combined voices where they're giving that like beat with the voice, it makes me feel like and think of like someone commanding like a group or an army, like getting ready for battle. That's just kind of what goes through my head when I hear that kind of like chant. It's interesting. I'm really digging this beat. Like my head's just like subconsciously going to it. It's like this would be like a great song to like if you had like a I don't know. I would love to be able to just drive to this song and kind of just be able to feel the beat and the rhythm. Like there's like we're 4.5 minutes in and there's nothing crazy going on yet, but this is like solid instrumentation. I really like his vocals and it's nothing overwhelming yet. So far I feel like this would be a great song to kind of drive to. Just not super relaxing, but it is at this like if you like rock music, this is a kind of like a relaxing rock song. To where like it's not extremely emotional and it's not extremely heavy. It's just got like a real good like rhythm and everything's flowing real nice and just can like get into it. You know what I mean?
In the lives that you can't be bothered to save. With the blood on your hands, you enjoy the sun while you shit in the purest sand. Kiss your lover with that filthy mouth, you fucking monster. Here is evil now grows, it's caught us off guard with its hands reaching for our throats. Here where the light only dies to remember. In the place where the blind truly can see. Hear my voice, eagerly devoted, I beg on my knees. It's been my pleasure to serve your disease. Welcome home. Shed your skin and expose your bones. Take my hand and follow us into the black. So far.
Dude has a really clean voice, yet he can throw in some distortion every once in a while just to kind of like enunciate a point, bring his voice like a little bit lower, throw some distortion in there and give it a little more grit and then go back like up to like a high clean singing. He like naturally sounds like he has like a higher pitched voice. And then with people like that, you don't usually hear them have a whole lot of distortion in their voice. But with the songs I've heard from them so far, I've heard him do it very well. And it's really cool to hear because having a higher pitched voice and then throwing in distortion is different to me at least. So I love hearing it because I love bands that do things that are different. And even if it's just a natural sound from him, it's still cool for my ears to hear. You know what I mean?
There's no telling when the truth is clear. promise you won't let go.
Don't worry, I'm gonna restart this. Don't get mad at me. I just want to talk about the that like part of like the vocalization they just had. The way they did that, where it almost felt like I was floating. Like I just felt there. I was like trying to like absorb the sound of that, and he like the effect they had on the voice, the way it was kind of echoing a little bit, where it felt like you were kind of in like an empty space yet like it gave like this weird rhythm where it felt like I was kind of floating. So it definitely gave the vibe of like being in space, like if you were floating in space kind of alone. And like that sound, like it's so interesting. It's very hard for me to describe because this is like I don't not very often do I try to describe like a physical feeling that like I'm kind of embodying and trying to explain that in like how someone's vocalizing it. But like that's, I don't know. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say, and you might because you might have felt it as well. But I absolutely loved that how it came down, it got quieter, and just threw those effects in there to really mix up the song and give you like that different kind of like emotional feeling and physical feeling all together. Let's back this up because I feel like they're going to get into some instrumentation here.
It's a shame I fear from end to start. We walk their lines born to play the fucking part. A shame I fear from end to start. We walk their
Now, real quick, too, I really like how you can very clearly hear all the parts of this song. Like, you can very clearly hear the drums, and they're kicking ass. The guitar is so smooth and has a great sound. You can hear that completely distinctly, and it doesn't overwhelm his voice either. It bothers me with some songs where there's just, it's so mashed together, and they don't really like, I don't know how you could possibly do it. Like I don't produce music, so I don't know how any of that works. But some songs just have all of it together, where either you can't really hear the instruments over the vocals, or vice versa, where you can't really hear what they're saying or like hear the cleanness of the verbal audio because the music is so erratic and kind of overlapping the vocals. But this is so well done where I can pick out every little thing and every little sound. And I love how clean it is.
lines born to play the fucking part. We got all we had. Wanted, close your eyes and believe it didn't happen. Now shut your mouth, beyond your lies. The world knows to stay away from you. And the blood you let run, they march as you lead. We laugh in the sun. Maybe that's all we need.
They have some cool use of effects in this song too. Probably because of the theme of it, going for like this like darker like outer space kind of theme here. And they have some interesting like electronic effects. I don't really know if they're using things to make those sounds or if it's just computer generated. Either way, it's a cool layer to kind of like give a little more interesting taste, interesting twist to the sound of the song. And I'm enjoying it. I like little things like that. It's like it could even be pretty short, but like just the extra effort to layer in extra things like that, I don't know, it steps up the song for me. It just keeps your mind going, and you don't get caught in just like the same old thing over and over again. You know what I mean?
And I'm sorry, you can't escape.
So have a little bit of that floating feel, but more intense here.
Here where the light only dies to remember.
There's the floating even more there.
A place where the blind truly can see.
I really like the touch.
Hear my voice,
I really like the touch of, they still kept a little bit of that like guitar. I think it was guitar still playing there, like hitting a few notes. As it was still a little bit different than the last time they kind of had that low part, and I like that they kind of changed it up and added a slight different element to it. You know, huge fan of that. Now it kind of picked back up, so we're gonna pull that back a little.
a place where the blind truly can see. Hear my voice, eagerly to hold it. I break on my knees. It's been my pleasure to serve your disease. Welcome home. Shed your skin and expose.
Got the chanting back again.
Take my hand and follow us into the black, so far that we can't get back. Welcome home. Welcome
The guitarist in this band is so good. They have such a good sound. Like in this one, he's not doing anything super crazy, but I don't know what it is about the sound of the guitar. I'm just really loving it. Like the way they have it tuned and the way they have it sound, whatever effects they have on it, I really like it. The just the complete instrumentation of it is so well done. Huge fan of it. That's so cool, and it went full circle back to the piano. That's awesome. I love that they like crafted that like it actually was a story, like that was a movie, and it's like the song was a movie. Like I could tell, like you could see like the beginning, and it built up, and it was kind of telling a story, and then like you had interesting parts, and then lower points like just in a movie where they start going into more detail, and then you get like the higher point back to the low point to finish it out, and then bring it back around to tie it to the beginning again. I love that they did such a good job of tying this together in so many different ways. The instrumentation was amazing, his vocals are awesome, just the extra effort they put into it to really lean into the theme and like I guess what they were going for here. I really enjoyed it. So yeah, great song. Honestly, I love, and it, like for it being a longer song, I never got bored through the whole thing, which is I can't say that for all long songs. You actually have to be a good band and be good at writing music in order to put out a long song like this. And this was definitely different. I enjoyed it. But let me know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts down in the comments. Make sure you give me more suggestions for Coheed and Cambria. If you like this video, hit the like button. Check out the other Coheed and Cambria reactions I've done. Let me know what you think of those as well. If you like the stuff that I'm doing here, feel free to subscribe. Also, thank you for any returning viewers. I greatly appreciate you. And yeah, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for checking this out with me. It was a great little journey, and I'm excited to check out more Coheed and Cambria in the future. So I will catch you guys around.